Hey guys, Daily Cabell here, and I'm joined by Ryan, PDS, and we're here with the new main box, Infinite Ray, that is coming out on the new year. And we have the new leaks, and there's a lot of light archetypes in this box, it seems, along with the most Xyz monsters that we've seen in a box to date. And we're going to hit up the archetypes first. So, Constellars, what's the highest rarity Constellar that we have on the list?
Sombre.
Sombre, okay.
The SR.
Constellar Sombre.
Actually, well, the M7 would be the highest one, but
Okay, so let's go over M7, because this is like the big boss monster for Constellars. So this is an effect that is that a couple monsters in this box have, kind of like a Xyz overlay. You overlay Xyz on top of another one, so you can also Xyz some of this card using a Constellar Xyz monster. So any other Constellar Xyz, you just put this on top of it to summon it. And if you use this effect for if you summon Ptolemy M7 this way, you cannot activate its effect. And then once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card and then target one monster on the field or in either player's graveyard and return that target to the hand. This is a rank 6 monster requiring 2 level 6s, but you're probably going to summon this more often by its effect, how it lets you summon it. So yeah.
yeah, no, this card is pretty good, but I think it's just gonna be kind of hard to summon rightly. You're really only gonna be getting it off with the smaller Constellars.
Yep, and I do want to say we are missing the best Constellar Xyz monster that would be accessible to us right now, which is Constellar Pallades. If you look at all the other ones we have down here, they are not the great ones. They're pretty good. Constellar Omega's pretty good. We'll talk about him a little later. But
that's a selection box, dude. It's coming.
Selection box, but yeah. So the problem with that I'm seeing is we're not going to have great. We're not going to have a whole bunch of great Xyz monster targets for them, and then you ideally want to have an Xyz monster that you've already used its effect on to overlay this on top of it to get another effect. So the other Xyz monsters are rares, so we're going to go over the main deck monsters. Starting out with Constellar Sombre. This is a level 4 light fairy. You can only use each effect of Constellar Sombre once per turn. While this card is in the graveyard, if it was sent there this turn, you can normal summon one Constellar monster for 1 less tribute. You can banish one Constellar monster from your graveyard, then target one Constellar monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Then against this effect, you can normal summon another Constellar. And this is really what we want to start seeing in Xyz archetypes, right? The comboing, the one card, enablers that lets you Xyz summon any play that you made before with Constellars, and whether it didn't work, whether you just used summon a monster as a throwaway, or if you detached, they got destroyed, you can search them back to your hand, and then you get another normal summon to make another Xyz monster. Constellar Sombre is a great card, and no surprise, it's an SR. I think you're going to be playing multiple copies of it for sure.
It's a really important part of the Constellar strategy. So yeah, definitely got to be SR.
Yeah. So we also have at SR Constellar Pollux. This is another main Xyz enabler, level 4 light warrior. During the turn this card was normal summoned, you can normal summon one Constellar monster in addition to your normal summon set. Very, very simple. Just I summon again. Xyz. That's it. And
that's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need. You know, all these other decks doing all this crazy, complicated stuff, man. You don't need all that. All you need is 1, 2, bam. That is it. So the next card, and that's it. So you're gonna need Sombre and Pollux in multiple copies, and you're going to need at least one Ptolemy M7. I don't think you're gonna pull them off more than once per duel. Next, we have a rare Constellar Kaus, a level 4 light beast warrior. Cannot be used as a synchro material. Up to twice per turn, you can target one Constellar monster on the field, then activate one of these effects. Increase its level by 1 or reduce its level by 1. So this is just your basic level modulator. And the reason this card, I think, is a rare here is because we do not have the rank 5 Constellar Xyz monster, which is the main reason why you play this card. You play this card because all of your ways to get out Constellar monsters easily are level 4s. Then you just activate this guy's effect twice and make them both level 5 to summon Pallades. But that combo, you don't have access to it. So the only thing you're going to be doing really is ranking down to make a rank 3, or ranking up to make a different rank 5 Xyz monster. And I guess you could do that if you want. But you're not going to be making a Constellar monster. So yeah, that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, unfortunately no Pallades in this box. So
Yeah.
that's
Very sad, very sad. So here we have Constellar Omega. This is a rare Xyz monster, rank 4 light, Beast Warrior. 2 level 4 light monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. All Constellar monsters you currently control are unaffected by spell and trap effects this turn. This is the other good Xyz monster that we have besides Ptolemy M7. Just straight up, make sure Constellar's not affected. And I think that the common combo used with this, you're probably going to go for kind of an aggro strategy, and with the next card that we talk about, which is Constellar Priasp. And this uses 2 level 4 Constellar monsters. Once per turn during the damage step of either player's turn, when a Constellar monster you control is attacking or being attacked, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. That monster gains 1000 attack until the end phase. So if you do intend on playing the Constellar Xyz monsters together, you're going to need, Constellar boss monsters to protect alongside your Omega. Your Ptolemy M7, you're going to need to be playing him, and you're going to need to be playing other Constellar Xyz to overlay for him. So yeah, I think that's the main strategy for Constellars. They're probably going to be making use of some of the Tellarknight Xyz, as well as some of the generally useful rank 4 as well. They're very good at spamming.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is the era of Xyz monsters where I played a lot, and I like it a lot. Constellars were super hype. So yeah, that is... Oh, so we have one more. Constellar Hieratic, the rank 3 Light Beast Warrior. 2 level 3 light monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Change all monsters your opponent controls to face-up defense position. So yeah, not that great, but pretty useful if you're playing rank 3s and you ever just need the effect. There are a couple more. I did forget them. Sorry. We have Constellar Star Chart, the continuous spell. Once per turn, when a Constellar Xyz monster is special summoned to your side of the field, you draw 1 card. Pretty nice. Constellar See It, level 1 Light Fairy. If your opponent controls a monster, you control no monsters, you can special summon it. Then you can target 1 Constellar in your graveyard. This level becomes that monster's level until the end of the turn, and then you can only use it for a Constellar Xyz. Then, lastly, we have the Constellar Tempest continuous spell. During your end phase, you can target 2 Constellar Xyz monsters you control that have Xyz material. Detach all materials from both Xyz monsters, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. You can only use this effect of Constellar Tempest once per duel. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 Constellar Xyz monster you control, 1 Constellar monster in your graveyard. Attach that monster from the graveyard to that Xyz monster as an Xyz material. Sure, dude. Cool story, bro.
Yeah, so what's your overall thoughts on the Constellars?
Constellars being my favorite deck of all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm excited for them, but honestly, I do not see how they are going to deal with anything in the meta. Just thinking about it, they don't have any quick effects. They only have Constellar Omega to prevent them from being affected by spell and traps, and that's going to be useful for just all about like 50% of scenarios. I just think if they have double back row, if you chain back row to this effect, the back row will still go off, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I just think that's the only thing that you would have to watch out for. Ptolemy M7 is very situational, hard to bring out, and easy to remove on the turn that it is summoned, given it can't activate its effect. So I don't think there's anything strong for Constellars just yet. Just that I think that they are probably one of the easiest decks to utilize rank 4 Xyz monsters. I think they are very good at that.
Yeah, I mean, they can do a lot of cute stuff, but yeah. I'm not a huge fan of them. I know Kamel's over here spitting his G.
I'm not too hyped. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. Like, yeah, there's not too much. Not having Pallades is massive, and I feel like, you know, they need Pallades to compete with the other things that are in the game right now. It wouldn't have even been that powerful, so I can hope for the selection box, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, this is only one part of the box, you know, so we can continue. It does not reflect the whole box because this box has a lot of really nice stuff.
Facts. So the other big archetype in this box is Star Seraphs, and we do have the entire archetype of effect monsters. There's 2 Xyz monsters in the archetype, but we do not have them. So let's start off with the highest rarity one. Let me find out really quick. That would be what? Let's see.
Star Seraph Scepter.
Scepter, okay. Boom. Scepter, okay. Light, level 4 fairy. When this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Star Seraph monster from your deck to your hand, except Star Seraph Scepter, an Xyz monster that was summoned using 3 or more monsters, including this card in the field. As material, gains this effect. When it is Xyz summoned, you can target one other card in the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw 1 card. What the heck?
Yeah, so this card is a UR, and you're gonna need 3 of it. So, you know, I know your wallets have just trembled, but yeah, you're gonna need 3 of these guys.
I saw the combo. He tells the truth, boys. It's crazy.
So, so this guy, he's gonna add. So there's gonna be a lot of Star Seraph cards in the box. You're only gonna want Scepter and the chair, the Sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2, the playmakers. So, essentially, Scepter adds the Sovereignty to the hand. So the way this works is, so you're gonna need the Scepter and the Sovereignty, so the stick and the chair. So you summon Scepter, you have the Sovereignty in your hand. So you're gonna chain the Sovereignty as chain link 2. It comes out on the field. Then the Scepter adds the next, you know, the other one from the deck. So then, if you can go over Sovereignty now.
Okay. So Star Seraph Sovereignty, level 4, light fairy. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon except for an Xyz summon that uses 3 or more monsters as material. If you normal or special summon a Star Seraph monsters except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, draw 1 card, then you can special summon it if it is a Star Seraph monster. Whoa, that's massive.
So basically,
so
the
this
Scepter
comes out right after Scepter, and then you draw, and then if it's another Star Scepter, you summon that to.
No, wait, look, all right, let's back it up.
Whoa,
look. Okay, so Scepter adds the Sovereignty.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have a Sovereignty already, so it summons itself.
Okay.
And then the one you just added, as long as it's within, if it's added within the chain link, that Star Seraph was special summon, you can special summon it from your hand. So you can get all 3 on the field out, and you drew 2 cards. So then you're set yourself up for one of our old friends, Satellar Knight Deltaros. So Deltaros requires 3 materials to be summoned. So it's perfect for this. And he gets an additional bonus. What I know, we talked about it, you can't floodgate him when he's summoned, because you can't activate card effects when he's summoned onto the field. So what happens is Scepter gives him the effect to pop a card and then draw a card. So the way this works is when he is XC summoned, they cannot respond to a card being destroyed on the field. Like, he summons himself and then he gets to pop for free and they can't respond, and then you draw a card. So throughout that entire process, you've thinned your deck out 2 cards, you've drawn 3 cards, and then you get a free pop.
I mean, this is the best effect monster in Duel Links. What can I say?
And then also you get the Deltaros. You still get the Deltaros pop. You still get the Deltaros pop too. So I put the little video for you, Kamel. I don't know if you want to play it or.
Oh yes, I have it here.
Yes.
So we can play this clip right here. PDS has a clip for us. It's playing right now. So start of his turn, Star Seraph. Summon the chair. Does the thing. Summons another chair. Xyz. Destroy, draw.
Look at all those cards in his hand, dude.
Bam. Ridiculous.
It's a lot of draw
play
power.
it one more time if you want to see it.
You get like karma cuts, you get anything like that, and we're already firmly in a karma cut meta. That's gonna be crazy.
That is
insane.
insane.
It is back when these cards were introduced into the TCG, every single
you drew 3 cards.
They were just throwing them in everything.
That's ridiculous.
Because they're so generic, you can just whoop.
Yeah, and I think that these monsters are going to take up spaces in a lot of these light Xyz kind of decks. Like, why would you play these mediocre Constellar monsters when you can play these guys? You're going into your oh my gosh, and you know what? That's why Constellars are not even going to be good, bro, because none of them, you can't even utilize them, because none of them are used 3 materials!
Yeah, I hate to see it.
It's actually insane, though. You know,
oh
like,
my gosh, that's so bad.
Yeah, like, you get your draws, and then like, the dumb part is that you still can pop with Deltaros.
Mm-hmm. Deltaros is going to be really good.
But, you know, like, yeah, you're going to get insane advantage, so yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for those, because, I think it's time for a little change in Duel Links.
Yeah.
Rax, we need these good Xyz archetypes and these good Xyz engines. And so I think that is the last big archetype, but we will go over to small... What's up? That's it?
We're
going over the small guys too. Those 2 guys were so important, I forgot about the rest of the archetype. So we got.
It is pretty crazy. That like Kamel said, I think a lot of people are gonna splash those cards.
Yeah, like these cards are even played in Teller Knights, just because you know they're light monsters, they're level 4s. They summon out Deltaros, and then when the Deltaros dies, they can start playing Teller Knights. So you know you have that whole. You know, you had the problem with Teller Knights before is that you would not have a ways to get into like advantage. This is like a way for you to actually start drawing. Because if you see in that clip, I had like what in my hand at the end of the turn? I had like 6 cards in my hand.
Yeah, 6 cards.
I had, like double karma cut.
And
I have
alpha.
The counter trap. Yeah. It's crazy.
Ridiculous. Okay, so next we do have Star Seraph Scale. When this card is special summoned, you can special summon 1 Star Seraph monster from your hand. Then you can place 1 light monster from your graveyard on top of your deck. An Xyz monster that was special summoned using 3 or more gains this effect. Once per turn, while this card has Xyz material, if a monster is special summoned from the hand, immediately draw 1 card. What the heck? Immediately draw 1 card. Oh man, that is insane. But this card has a synergetic effect with the chair. You can stack your deck and get that guaranteed special summon off the chair with this effect.
I like this. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you know, Konami, why'd you make another pay-to-win box and all that stuff? But I think Duel Links really needed to start being pushed in this direction. Honestly, so I like this.
Yeah, a super pay-to-win box like this is better than another crappy box. You know, it's better than another box with no relevant changes to the game. I will take it. Star Seraph Sage. Once per turn, you can send 1 spell card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon 1 Star Seraph monster from your hand. Alright. There's no Star Seraph spell cards, so I don't know what you're going to be discarding. Next, we got Star Seraph Scout. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Star Seraph monster from your hand. Nice. Star Seraph Sword. Once per turn, you can send 1 Star Seraph monster from your hand to the graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the original attack of the sent monster until the end phase. Alright.
Yeah, so, like I said, you know, there's basically just the 2 monsters, but I
think this guy's pretty cool, the scale. He's like a runner-up. But I think that is it for Star Seraphs, right? And,
yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so we do have... So there is a larger archetype that I just remembered, and that is Hieratics.
Let's go.
Are actually in this box, and it is actually insane. If you guys remember one of our Xyz preview videos, I predicted Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, and here it is in Duel Links, the Light, rank 8. Xyz monster, the first rank 8 Xyz monster, and that's right, boys and girls. We got a blue-eye structure deck coming out in 3 weeks. And this guy is
gonna be a good deck.
This guy is a main box UR, so you know you gotta have this guy. So let's read his effect. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or your side of the field, then destroy an equal number of cards on the field. That is busted. You're telling me I contribute a stone from their hand and then destroy and not target? God. Huh? That's what I could do?
Yo, witchcrafters are dead. Because before they had trouble just getting with the alternate into the Vermilion. Now you're gonna have to deal with that and on top of this.
Bro, what are you gonna do when I detach, discard, tribute stones from my hand? Nothing you can do about it. Tribute stones as cost from my hand.
Yeah, this card's obviously nuts. Like, oh my god.
Oh my
yeah, especially now that we have alternative as a main deck monster now, so it's gonna be extremely easy to get two level 8 monsters on the field.
Oh yeah.
So this is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, you bring up an excellent point, PDS. Just today, I watched Blue Eyes spam level 8 monsters, 2 Blue Eyes, Spirit Dragon, alternative, cycling between them on the field all at once is super easy, and you're going to be able to bring out Heliopolis at any time and just destroy without targeting your entire opponent's board, up to the amount of monsters you contribute from your hand. Which, in case of Blue Eyes, you should have a lot. So
yeah.
Yes.
So very good.
And then also, of course, if you pop Hieratic monsters, they get their effects because they've been tributed.
Right, and we've got a couple of Hieratic monsters to go over. So this is a very good card. Definitely want him. This is a must grab. Even if you don't intend on playing Blue Eyes, you need to have this card in your account. This is probably one of the best Xyz monsters that we've gotten so far. Maybe the best. Its effect is pretty nuts, guys. You got to see it in action. Hieratic Sun Dragon of a Tomb. This is a rank 6 light, 2 level 6 dragon monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, special summon one dragon monster from your deck, but make its attack defense 0. This card cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect.
I think the only problem really is the rank 6, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just Hieratic's going to be making this. Probably.
Well, Hieratics were always splashed into Blue Eyes back in the day because they summoned the vanilla monsters.
Right.
So they can summon a Blue Eyes from the deck for free, basically. You know, even though it's going to have 0 attack, it's going to be able to, Xyz, even Synchro, because you guys know there are also vanilla tuners, you know, that you can summon.
Right. So you can also just summon Blue Eyes, make it an alternate dragon, probably.
Yeah, that too. That's actually also kind of nice.
You know, this works really good with. You can summon
Hieratic Blue Eyes.
I wonder how the deck is going to evolve because
you can summon it with 2 Dragoonity Arma Mislatanes.
Yes, you can do that. But usually, you use the Hieratics themselves. Like they have a little engine that summons the. They gave us the Labradite dragon, right?
Yes, I will search that.
That's a Hieratic monster, basically.
Okay, let's search that up because I didn't have space for that.
Actually, yeah, you might be right. Hieratic Blue Eyes might be the way. I'm thinking about it now.
Let me find that real quick.
Yeah, that deck was really popular.
Yeah, now that I do think about it, that was a common way to play it. So I wonder how the deck would change, though. Is it going to increase its limit? 20 cards? Is it still going to be the same? That is going to be strange. I'm trying to find this card very quickly.
Probably less back row.
Labra, okay.
Call it a day. Overwhelm your opponent.
There we go. Borderite Dragon. Level 6 tuner. Normal. Whoa. Crazy.
Jeez.
And it's in the Duel Links now. We have this.
So yeah, the reason, it's just a monster you can summon to get a two level 6s on the field very quickly after you've tributed for a Hieratic monster. So yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, so we do have an effect monster as well. Hieratic. Oh no, first we have an UR spell. Hieratic Seal of Convocation. Add 1 Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yes, that's now the thing about these cards is just like they're very good, but I don't necessarily know if the decks have the space, because like I'm
Yeah.
just trying to imagine that kind of deck in my head. Like, do they really have? Like, are you gonna be playing stones? Are you gonna be playing sages? Are you gonna be playing all these Hieratic monsters? And then you're also gonna have room for all. I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't know how what the deck is gonna be like, but it's gonna be another way to play the deck.
I think it's worth trying out though, just to see.
Yeah, I think this would fit in a more pure build for sure.
Yeah. Less back row.
It'd
less...
definitely be really rough to play this in Blue Eyes, I think. But yeah.
And if anything happens to this rank 8, you lose the duel. All your materials went into that.
So next we have Hieratic Dragon of Tefnui. This is a level 6 light dragon. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card cannot attack during the turn it is special summoned this way. When this card is tributed, special summon one dragon normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but make its attack 0.
Yeah, so this is the they basically, the Hieratics are gonna tribute over themselves, and then that allows you to get a normal monster onto the field. So this is why you can make a rank 6 very easily.
Yeah, and then the big the big normal monster tuner is a level 8, right? And you tribute these guys to go into those guys which make the Heliopolis. Essentially.
Yeah, they have a big level 8 vanilla, but yeah.
So yeah, that is the new additions to Hieratics. I don't know too much about the deck, but I think that they are going to serve much for as a support to Blue Eyes, especially this Xyz monster. That's 100% what it's going to do. So
yeah,
definitely
even
go pick that up.
Even if these other cards don't make it, this one will definitely make it. Just the rank 8, them being able to play that.
Right. Now we have Noble Knights. We have 2 new Noble Knight cards. The first is Noble Knight Eleanor, a level 4 light warrior. You can target one Noble Arms spell equipped to this card, and one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy them. Then target one card. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of this turn, once per turn. What do you think, Rai?
It's interesting because it's a good card. I just don't know if there's space to play it. Because if you play this, you're probably going to end up dropping Dristan.
Well, let's think, right? Are you playing the big balance build that has almost 30 cards, and you play like Lancelin and Brothers as well?
Well, a lot of people started dropping those, and we'll talk about that because there's actually a couple more normal Noble Knight cards that got added. One of them being really, really good, in my opinion. This will more than likely take over Dristan's spot because it does kind of the same thing, but it only works on monsters. And another cool thing is it pops itself and the monster, so it can make it miss some effects, which is really interesting when you take that in consideration. And then you get the draw power as well. So, and then of course it's not on demand like Dristan is. It's on demand. You have to do it. You can do Pelennor whenever you want. If you want to bring him out for whatever reason. So it's an interesting card. Unfortunately, I think because of balance and my monster cards, people are already breaking with Gwynnifer and Brothers, which are mandatory, and then Ignoble if you play that. I think it's going to be kind of hard to fully include this guy. But it'll just take some testing, I think, just to see. I think ultimately he'll get dropped compared to the other cards that we'll get.
Sure. All right. Next we have Noble Knight Yvain. So this is a level 4 light warrior. If a Noble Arms equip spell becomes equipped to this card, you can special summon one Noble Knight token. Warrior light level 4, 1000 attack defense. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Noble Knight monsters once per turn. While this card is equipped with a Noble Arms equip spell, all other Noble Knight monsters you control gain 500. I don't know, Ross, you making the cut?
Pretty useless card.
This card is absolute garbage.
Yeah, like
it's supposed to be for link plays, but where are they at?
Where they at though?
We don't have link play. If you could XCs with tokens, it'd be amazing, but unfortunately you can't, so it's bad.
Yeah, it just clogs up your board. It doesn't really do anything.
When we get to links though, keep your eye on this one.
For sure, for sure. So next we have Noble Knight Ektar. This is a level 5 Dark Warrior. You can banish 2 Noble Knight monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect of Noble Knight Ektar once per turn. A Synchro or Xyz summon of a Noble Knight monster using this card as material cannot be negated. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when that monster is special summoned. That's
actually pretty good. The only problem is banishing 2 monsters. Obviously, that's a little bit later in the game, and Noble Knights are more of a let's go first, set up our board as soon as possible. I think this might actually end up being a side deck card, funny enough, where you end up like running into a deck with heavy floodgates and stuff. You'll just tap this guy in and call it a day. I think Noble Knights moving forward, a lot of them have already dropped the Ignoble Knight, which is what this would probably replace. But in a back row heavy meta, he would definitely be really good since we don't have Excalibur yet. So I think it's definitely, he's also like a normal, I think. So definitely worth. You'll get him while you're going through the box.
All right.
Yeah, and he's a dark. He's a dark.
Yeah, it is dark. Yeah, and you can summon him with the trap. So.
Okay. All right. So next is the Xyz monster, Sacred Noble Knight of King Custanine. Light, rank 4, warrior, 2 or more level 4 Noble Knight monsters. You can detach any number of materials from this card, then target that many cards your opponent controls, return them to the hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Noble Knight Xyz monster from your extra deck except this card. And if you do, attach this card from the graveyard to that monster as material. This is treated as an Xyz summon. You can only use each effect once per turn. That is busted.
Yeah, you get Bryonic Dragon as Noble Knights.
What the heck?
2+ Noble Knights is super relevant as well. That means you can get up to 3, bounces in a single turn. The XC summon when you float is also relevant to activate your Noble Knight effects, which is going to be huge. So really, really clutch card. It's going to make matchups where Winda is relevant, so namely Invoke Neos and Ritual Beast, significantly easier than what we have right now, where you have to make the Gaga Samurai and swing in multiple times. Like, nah.
Yeah, and this guy's effect, it's not tied to Noble Arms. He doesn't have to have Noble Arms on the field. He also, as a side note, he doesn't take Noble Arms from the graveyard either. So
it's gonna be extremely easy to get him, like, because if you go turn 1, you either do your Merlin combo or you just go into your rank 5 right away. And if you have two traps set up, that's an easy King Constantine on your follow-up turn. So just imagine Bryonic Dragon every turn 3 that you get if you go first. That's already strong. In a sense, so that's basically what Noble Knights are going to be doing.
The other thing I like about him is his floating effect. It XC summons from the extra deck. So if you were to bring out like the King Artorigus, they get to re-equip because they're XC summon. Because it's treated as an XC summon.
Yeah.
So they get to they get to get their dudes back.
Really useful, really good for floating your equips if something happened to them. For example, your rank 5 died and you have to float into your normal monster. You can bring this guy up the following turn, bring your equips back. He was really like the missing piece for the XC's boss monsters. Now we have like the trio of the boss monsters. And Noble Knights is just a more complete deck. Any support we get at this point is just going to make them overpowered.
I know it was probably rough seeing a fire mini box right after the Noble Knight structure deck, but Konami came through for Christmas, Yeah,
they came through.
They came through for Christmas. Noble Knight Constantine is really going to help the deck get out of those situations where Noble Knights feel like they are just losing their momentum against a lot of other decks. Having an Xyz monster that doesn't have to use any other outside material, doesn't have to rely on any outside resources, just itself is going to be very powerful. So,
and there was just so many, opportunities where it's like, okay, I can make a rank 4 right now, but all I can make is like Black Ship of Corn, Diamond Direwolf. These are okay options, but if I had something like this bounce 2 cards on my opponent's field, and I still have 1500 attack that can be equipped with Noble Equips to make it even more for potential lethal, significantly stronger. And of course, you
Yeah,
can also destroy this guy with your, Raigeki break and boom, summon your own guy.
I think it's really funny that Konami, like, they introduce Noble Knights to people like, hey, this deck is really cheap. All you gotta spend is $18 and you got yourself a full deck. And then they're like, hold up though, we're about to drop this main box.
And then Excalibur and the maintenance selection.
It's got this one card that does all this cool stuff. So can we get some more of that Christmas money? Thank you.
This guy is an SR. He is.
You can run this at 1, but it might he might be strong enough to run at 2, unfortunately. So we'll have to see. Because there are other rank 4s, but now it's like, why would I ever play Black Ship of Corn if I can just play this instead? You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see.
I think I don't think the Noble Knight extra deck is that tight though. So you could fool around with some cards here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I do believe that wraps up for Noble Knights, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be King Custard and Ektar. Those are gonna be the 2 clutch ones.
So the last archetype, if you could call it that, is the one for the cover card of the box.
Oh baby.
Numbers Chaos Sanjaku Kibo Hope Ray. Hope Ray. Utopia Ray is in the game. Our first Chaos number is here. Let's hope he's top tier. Light, rank 4. 3 level 4 light monsters needed for...
I already hate it, dude.
Number C39. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a number 39 Utopia you control as the Xyz material. Xyz materials attached to that monster becoming this card. You can detach one Xyz material from this card. It gains 500, and one monster your opponent controls loses 1,000 until the end phase. You must have 1,000 life points or less to activate and resolve this effect.
Holy!
So, yeah, it's crazy they gave us that Chaos Xyz so early.
It sounds like they put a skill and a card together.
This is like, hey, you know that card from 2012 that you can also affect you only activate when you're at 1K? Yeah, that's a good idea for skills. We should do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I used to summon this guy and actually resolve his effect. Like, he would actually come in clutch.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
I'm not
Back in the
lie.
day, this was hype, dude. I loved Hope Ray. Now, of course, there are better Utopia Xyz monsters down the line, but of course they are very powerful. But I'm glad that we're getting a lot of monsters like this, right? I'm kind of more happy that we're getting these monsters where you can overlay them on top of existing Xyz monsters, because I kind of want to see them give us the more advanced mechanics of Xyz summoning faster. Mm-hmm. We have to get... I feel like we have to move faster than it did with synchro summoning, because the game just was not progressing. And I must say, this box is going to push the game immensely. There are very powerful monsters. We've read a couple, Heliopolis and Cousinine already. I don't want to get too much, and I'll say that for my final thoughts, but yeah, this is so much not great, but it's just this added in because of its added overlay effect.
Yeah, it's a good introduction to the I'm gonna put an Xyz on top of an Xyz.
Yeah,
like that's that they don't want to like overwhelm your brain, but this is a good one to start with.
For sure. Now, this is little sub Yuma Utopia archetype, and there are 4 cards in this box from it. We've got Rising Sun Slash. It's an equip spell. Equip only to a Utopia monster. Now, that does not count as the Utopic Onomatopoeia or any of the Onomatopoeia monsters. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. Each time an attack is negated, place 1 Rising Sun counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 500 Rising Sun counter. If the equipped monster you control would detach its material, you could detach this instead. Okay, nice. Lightwing Shield, quick play. When a monster's attack is negated, activate one of these effects. It becomes the end phase of this turn. Target one Utopia Xyz monster you control. Its attack becomes double its original attack until the end of the turn. If Utopia Xyz monster you control would detach 1, you can banish this instead. Nice. Traps. High Five the Sky. During your battle phase, target 1 face-up Xyz monster that attacked this turn. It can make a second attack during this battle phase. If it does so using this effect, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Wow,
This
people,
people are gonna pick this up in automat, dude.
yeah, people are gonna play this with automat, and they're gonna roll you down. You're gonna you're gonna let one Gaga samurai attack go through, this little prog by Destiny draw. Huh? They flip up high five the sky, and you are screwed, dude.
Imagine getting high five, dude. Oh my god, that's gonna be tilting.
Imagine actually getting high fived in 2020.
Yeah, it's a cheese card, but it's gonna be one of those good cheese cards that's gonna see. It's probably the most annoying type of cheese card.
Oh my gosh! Next, we've got Halfway to Forever. Target 2 monsters in your graveyard. Special summon both, but negate their effects, if any. And if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon 1 light Utopia or Utopic Xyz monster, using only those 2 monsters. So there you go. If you're backed against the wall, you can use this card, summon Utopia, and then overlay Utopia Ray over it. And then if you have 1,000 or less life points, you can gain 500 and your opponent loses 1,000, and then hopefully you win. And then that's it.
I can see it, dude.
Alright. Those are all the Utopia cards. Now we're going to go over the general URs and SRs. So we went over a lot of these archetype ones, but a couple ones I see here. We've got the Dark Teller Knight. Dark Teller Knight Batlamis.
Yes.
2 level 4 Teller Knight monsters. All face-up monsters on the field become dark. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card and discard 1 card. Special summon from your extra deck 1 light Teller Knight Xyz monster by using this face-up card you control as the Xyz material. Also, you cannot Xyz summon other monsters for the rest of this turn. This is an Xyz summon. Xyz are, they transfer over. This effect can be activated during either player's turn. You have 7 or more Teller Knight monsters with different names in your graveyard.
So effect, effect never comes up ever. It's like a
unlucky.
That's like a make-believe effect. But yeah, this card is really nice because it allows you to summon the Constellar monster. You know, the Teller Knight monster.
Mm-hmm.
The one that requires 3 materials that we were just talking about a little earlier.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but you only need 2 monsters, you know? So, gets you a way to get into.
Faster way to get there, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so this is another option for Teller Knights. You were talking about them earlier. They're going to make great use of the Star Seraph cards that we were talking of earlier. I'm interested in the ratios that people come up with once we have this stuff. Yeah, Dark Teller Knight Lamius. Next. Yep.
Oh, next. I was going to say Kage Tokage.
Yes,
really
Kage
cool.
Tokage. This is one of Yuma's cards, so probably have a voice line for it. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be first be special summoned by its own effect. When you normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used as synchro material. Straight up, you summon, I summon, let's Xyz summon. There you go. Yep. Kage Tokage is an OG. Going to be a great pickup. And this is, speaking of OGs, this is probably the OG. Rescue Rabbit. Man. TCG players hate them. Let's talk about them. Cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can banish this face-up card you control. Special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck, but destroy them during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Rabbit once per turn. Now, what deck are we playing that's making use of 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name?
I mean, none right now, but like, if a deck can use normal monsters, it could be interesting. The only downside I can see to this is because you're not going to be playing that many normal monsters. Mm-hmm. What if you draw 2 normal monsters and Rescue Rabbit? Rescue Rabbit's dead. At that point. And that's gonna be like more often because 20 cards versus 40. So it'll have to be probably like a thicker deck to use this effect. So this will probably be good in the future, but right now I'm kind of like, we'll see.
Yeah, it's just kind of a card that they can afford to sneak in as a UR because it has no immediate apparent use right now.
This is gonna be this is like a nice for all those TCG players.
Yeah.
They see all these cards they used to play with, like, oh my god, I need to get into Duel Links now.
Because any deck, if we use Noble Knights for example,
they have Rescue Rabbit and Duel Links.
It's broken. Let's go.
But they can't even. This can't even summon Noble Knights, right? Because they're not. They're effect
Yes,
monsters in the deck.
it can. There's one Noble Knight that's actually a vanilla
it's
monster.
like a normal.
The OG Torag.
Oh god, that guy.
But like there'd just be no point in doing that. It's like, okay, you made a rank 4.
It's just it's
you make
just
Constantine, man. There's your rank. That's the rank 4 you want to make. Yo, there's a Turbo Rescue Rabbit Turbo.
One card Constantine. Oh my god.
All right, so that is the last UR card. Now we only have SRs to go over, and there is only two left, and they're both Xyz monsters. The first one what's up?
We talked about the Hieratic Seal, right?
Oh no, there's another one. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did talk about Hieratic Seal.
Okay.
Yeah. Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, Wind, rank 7, 2 level 7 monsters. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 5 or 6 Xyz monster you control as material. Transfer its materials to this card. Piercing damage. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
It works really well with Volcasaurus. So
who got buffed, by the way? We should probably mention that.
I don't know if it's. Yeah, I don't know how that. So right now, guys, Volcasaurus and Black Ship of Corn are doing their original effects instead of being nerfed for burn damage. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if.
We don't have any anything in game saying that. It's just if you go into your game right now, use Black Ship of Corn, minus 1,000. Yes. Use Volcasaurus, minus full attack points. So, interesting.
But yeah, so basically, you burn with Volcasaurus, and then you can't attack directly. But what you can do is, you put the Gaia on top, and then now you can attack directly. You can even pierce. So, nice. It's a good way. Yeah, it's another introduction into that. I'm gonna put XCs on top of XCs. You normally never make this with 2 level 7s. I think I've seen that happen once in
this is just a
8
thing.
years of playing.
Yeah, you're rank 5, you're rank 6. They've used their charges. They're done. Get them out of here. Get this guy in here.
Yep, pretty good. All right, so then last URSR we have is number 91 Thunder Spark Dragon. This is a rank 4, 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Detach 3 Xyz materials from this card. Destroy all other face-up monsters on the field. Or detach 5 Xyz materials from this card. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. There you go.
The new Black Rose, let's go.
The new Black Rose, just attach 5 materials, my guy. No problem. I don't even think we have any generic cards in Duel Links to add materials to cards.
I think there's a trap, but it's super slow. There's no way.
Yeah, ridiculous. Okay, so that is all the URs and SRs. There are some Xyz monsters left, and I do like to always go over the Xyz monsters. So there is a little mini archetype in this box as well. The Digital Bug archetype.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. They're all doo-doo. You need insect monsters to summon all of them. This is...
The one, I think, number 68 is definitely worth going over.
Okay, number 68.
It's another rank 8.
Okay, number 68, Number 68, Xenophon the Sky Prison. 2 level 8 monsters rock. Gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyards. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyards. Alright, locks down the graveyards for 2 level 8s. Again, just great utility that you're going to be able to bring out in Blue Eyes. If you need it. That's it. And honestly, I think that is it.
No, I have one more thing to add, sorry.
Okay, no,
sorry.
Fine,
okay, so look.
So
we have Kageto Kage.
Yes, Kageto
right?
Kage, yes.
We have Scepter. We have Rescue Rabbit, Utopia Ray, M7, Sun Dragon.
Yes.
The Teller Knight, and then the Hieratic. So that's 8 URs. So, we're still missing one. We're missing 1.
Do you want to tell them what it's going to be, PDS?
Nah, I'm gonna let you do the honors, Camille.
Guys, I hate to break it to you, but in this main box, Chaos Dragon Levianeer is gonna be the fill-in from the selection box. I do believe it just fits the theme of the box so well. It is a dark monster that requires you to banish lights and darks. Has a light effect. It's a chaos monster. This is a light and dark box. It's gonna be in this box, guys.
And they gotta get those new selection boxes ready for January. So
Max, they're gonna release a new OP card to debate us.
It is a 99% chance that Levineer will be in here.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
It's gonna happen.
Yes.
So Levineer, he's broken, man. And he's gonna continue being broken.
Like, what are they gonna give? Why? Imagine they just give us Witch of the Black Forest. Like, that would be so funny.
That'd be ridiculous.
Konami.
Oh,
but yeah. What do you guys think overall thoughts on the box?
I am happy that Xyz monsters are being brought forward overall. I think that is the main takeaway for me from this box. That Xyz, the Xyz strategy was brought up as a whole. There's a lot more strategies, a lot more effective ones. We have some competent Xyz threats now that other decks are actually going to have to watch out for, and they're going to have to compete with. Heliopolis, Cussanine, you know, stuff like that. And just the enablers. This box is exactly what we needed. If you remember, at the beginning of the Synchro era, we did get a similar box, albeit I don't think it was this good for Synchroing as a whole, but this is very good for Xyz summoning. The individual archetypes, I don't know so much about Constellars. I'm definitely not too hype about them in the shape that they're in, even though I do like them a lot. Constellar Pallades not being in Duel Links, I'll put it up on the screen really quick, is really big. That card is a lot of their strength, and you can see why this card we were just talking about, Heliopolis, is so strong. This card is like the Heliopolis for Hieratics. It is extremely strong. It's a quick effect. You get to bounce. It's nuts. It's not in the game, though, so yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any very strong archetypes as a whole, but huge support. Star Seraphs are massive. Heliopolis is huge, and there's some support from Noble Knights, which is good. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with Kamel. I think this box is going to be insane. I think this is going to be a reintroduction to engines again. Engines kind of got screwed over with Neos getting nerfed and Invoked being nerfed over and over. I think Star Seraph is a very interesting combo that may see itself in multiple decks. We'll see how effective it'll be. I think it'll be very effective, and it's only going to get better as we get better XCs. Blue Eyes is looking to be a contender to be one of the top meta decks that we'll be seeing in battle phase and damage step. Especially, I mean, just having a rank 8 to go into, and then all the other stuff, the Twin Burst, the alternate dragon that they're getting later on, it just seems like they're going to be really, really strong. Noble Knight's got a really, really nice boost. They don't have to go through any sort of floater effects anymore. So that's going to be really good for them. It doesn't solve their problem of losing to karma cuts and stuff like that necessarily. They do have an answer to it, but it's kind of just like a more, not that, it's like a plan B rather than a plan A answer to it. So you're just going to see them do what they currently do, but even better. So I would say, yeah, I'm most interested in the Seraph stuff, then the Noble Knight stuff, then the Blue Eye stuff. Everything else, it's interesting. There's a lot of cool little things, like the Gaia. That's going to be fun to play with. Last time we got a card like Hieratic Seal. The Banishment. I'm just saying, Banishment of the Dark Lord took over the meta, so that's kind of... I don't know, man. I got to see how good Hieratics are before, but it's kind of crazy that they're going to be that consistent. Yeah, we'll see.
I think this is a W for Duel Links.
I think so.
This is a W. You know, playing this game, you have to know a win when you see one, and this is a good box. I could say this is the first good box of the Xyz of.
I mean, we got high five the sky, dude. Come on.
We got high five the freaking sky, dude, and I want you guys to high five that like and subscribe button after you watch this video. We're out here 4 a.m. with the leaks video. Guys, it's me, it's Rye, it's PDS. Let us know what you think about the box in the comments, in the daily Discord. Make sure you get in the Discord so you can enter Battle Phase almost every day. And this box is going to be legal as soon as it hits, probably on New Year's Day. So be sure to empty your wallets so you could be XZ Shokan.
All I'm saying is if this box is legal that day, damage step is on the very next day. Let's go.
Let's go, indeed.
I'm really hyped for the box, but don't forget, guys. Don't waste all your gems immediately. Try to, be patient. I know we're making it sound like it's crazy, but just be careful with your gems, especially if you're free to play.
Last thing, right? This box is coming out New Year's Day, likely. 2 years after New Year's Day is the 4th anniversary. 1 week after the 4th anniversary, guess what? It's a new mini box, baby. So you may not want to spend all your gems just yet. So Shine Infinite Ray for me, it's getting a positive rating, but we're gonna have to see. Let us know what you guys think down below. Until then, peace out.
Peace.